So today I do have a guest, Jenny Wayne Burnett, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her into the studio. And I've known Jenny for quite a while now. And Jenny, do you mind just letting me know when did you graduate from East Carolina University? I've been trying to remember, and it all is kind of blurred since I worked at ECU for 12 years. When did you graduate, and what years were you at ECU?
I was there from 2002 to 2006. I was on the 4-year plan, one of the very few from East Carolina.
Okay, one of the few that was on the 4-year plan. So Jenny is going to be having a conversation with me. We're going to be talking a little bit about our journeys from when we really went into this, our life standing still, into where we're at now, and also looking forward. Today, like I said, this podcast is focusing on when did your life stand still, and I remember the day that I guess my life was standing still, but I didn't realize that was the first day of everything was going to be standing still. And I remember March 12th, it was a Thursday. We had a lot of students working their internships for the PGA of America. And what they were doing is working internships, figuring out kind of where they're going to be at the PGA. And before I continue this, I just want to say, Joel, hey, what's up, man? It's good to see you commenting. My brother has just jumped on. Damien, I'm glad you're following. Anne Marie, who's also an ECU grad. Thank you so much for turning in. Love you guys. I really appreciate it. So March 12th, this email goes out, and it's from the PGA letting me know that all of our interns don't need to come back on Friday because they're going to be canceling the PGA. Then shortly after that, I get an email from the president of Flagler College, amazing president, Dr. Joseph Joyner, sends out an email to the entire campus community, letting them know that we are not going to be working that Friday. We are going to start doing things distance and starting really our spring break early. So in my mind, I was thinking, sweet, an extra day of spring break. Me and the kids get to go do something. Spring break next week, and then we'll look at continuing the week after that. So Friday the 13th, kids and I go to Universal Studios, and we know COVID is happening, but I don't think we realized how much of an impact this was about to have on everybody. And that really our lives were about to take a pause, either for the better or the worse. Nobody really knew at that time. And my life was taking a pause for both things, for the better and for the worse. I just didn't realize it then. So my question to you is, when did your life start to stand still? And if I have anybody who's watching, if you don't mind just letting me know in the comments, when do you think your life started standing still? So if people want to share in the comments, Jenny, turn it over to you. When did your life, or did you realize your life was starting to stand still?
I think I'm still trying to realize what's happening fully. But I think it was when I picked my kids up from school on that Friday. And I kind of made a joke, like, you guys ready for an 87-day weekend? I mean, I was kidding, but I wasn't, because very quickly they announced that they wouldn't be going back starting that following Monday, and that there was no real plans to return to school anytime soon. So they kept extending it and extending it and extending it. So I think we just got really used to what the new normal was going to be. I'm really thankful. I have a really flexible job, so I just kind of made it work, and we made the best of it. We had fun. But I think when it started to get real was hearing, it was getting closer to home, and I was personally impacted. A family member passed away from COVID, and not being able to be around family and, do the normal things that you do when you lose a loved one. That really was kind of the realization of, wow, this is real. People are dying, and, we can do our part by standing still. I mean, really, like that's the name of the game. So I don't know. I think it's kind of an evolving door. I don't think there was like a moment. I think it all just kind of happened, and we dealt with, new things every phase of COVID. And then obviously I'm in North Carolina, so we're still standing still from hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes. So we've got a whole nother thing going on now.
But the next topic I just want to cover in general, because this is where you came into play. So over this time, I'm having trouble getting good solid rest. I'm exercising more, so I'm in pain. And one of the things I started doing was exploring what could help me get better sleep, what could also help with the pain. So I'm exploring all these different avenues. My dad is a big advocate of CBD, and I started exploring the CBD component. And I'd say about a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, you had reached out and you said, "Hey, Rivera, what do you know about CBD?" And then we started a conversation, and then I started using CBD, and almost immediately. And when I say almost immediately, I'm talking about I got my package, I believe, on the 5th or the 6th. Took my first dose as soon as I got the package. Took my next one right before I went to bed. Slept through the night that first night. Thought, there's no way, right? There's no way. I'm just tired. The next day, same thing. Took the dose in the morning. Took the dose in the evening before bed. Slept through the night, and that was on July 6th and 7th. Today is August 11th, and I have slept through the night every night since I've started on CBD. And my dad is a big advocate of CBD and has used it. And I don't know why I didn't start using it before. It took you reaching out and saying, "Hey, Rivera, man, have you just tried it? Think about it. Give it a try. What do you know about it?" So started using it, and it really did help. Other things I've noticed from a lack of them being there. I have 2 teenage boys. They're both football, baseball players. They work out, and they're always like, "Hey, Dad, come work out with us." Hey, I'm not young anymore. I'm 47. I can't hang with those guys the way I used to, even 2 years ago, right? So they want to throw the football around. They want me to run around with them. And I noticed the absence of pain the next day or the day after. So that is something that for me was a big game changer in using CBD. And I always said, if I'm going to use it, I need to use it consistently to see if it's going to work. I feel I've been using it for a month, and I've also been using minimal dosages. I've only been using 0.25 milliliters this entire time, and don't have the shoulder pain, don't have the elbow pain. When I go running, sometimes right afterwards, the throbbing in the reconstructed knee, haven't had issues. So it's been the absence of stuff versus it doing more things. Slept through the night. Only time I haven't is when the dog wakes me up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, right? So I just want you to talk a little bit about your thoughts on CBD, how long you have been associated with CBD. Just give us, your perspective on CBD as a product.
Yeah. And I will say the whole reason I reached out to you is because you were doing those TikToks, and I'm like, you're going to pull something. You got to try this stuff. I was like, he needs to use this or he's going to hurt something or someone. But no, we were looking into CBD for a while. My daughter had, without making, medical claims, she had a situation where she moved her legs a lot at night. And to the point where we had to seek medical counsel, and she was waking up more than my newborn. Just couldn't, console her, was waking up. So, we were looking into different options, and a friend reached out to me just very similar to this and said, what do you know about CBD? And she actually was launching a CBD company. And we, while we had no interest in the business side of things, we said, yeah, we'll absolutely try it. I mean, we've been looking into it, and it was kind of like the stars aligned, kind of like this, where we were already kind of looking for something to help her. And we tried it with her, and she slept, I want to say, within the first week, she had slept through the night. Within 2 weeks, she was sleeping through the night. So in turn, I was sleeping through the night. And then that's where I kind of felt as a mom, that weight lifted, that constant worry of, when's she going to wake up? When is my younger one going to wake up? And I felt like I was ping-ponging back and forth between their 2 rooms. And, after about a month, I really saw, kind of the full benefits, because it does take a while to get in your system for you to find that it's already helping you so soon. I think is tremendous and huge testimony to the products that we use, and just, a good one for sure. But, I think the biggest thing is just with using CBD, the industry is unregulated. So, if you're looking for one that's out there, they are there. You just really have to know a few things. One, where they come from, what's in it. You really want to be able to trace it back to the farm. If it's organic or certified organic, obviously that's a major bonus, because there is so many companies out there that are taking advantage of the absence of regulation. So, you could get off this call right here and say, oh, I'm going to start a CBD company. That sounds kind of fun and exciting, and order a shipping container of hemp from China and, bottle it, put it in a pretty little bottle and call it whatever you want to call it, Vivi's CBD. And, very quickly, eventually we'll get regulated and things like that will get shut down, but the consumers don't know any better. So, what you pick up off the gas station shelf or, smoke shop or somewhere else, Bed Bath & Beyond, is very different from what you can find from, a reliable source. So, I feel really blessed to be aligned with a company that I know is doing things the right way. And I'm so thankful that you were open to trying it. And here you are telling us already how well it's working. That is so rewarding to me. And I think in all of this, why I've stayed positive mentally and I think more physically is because I am helping people through this. You're helping people feel better, whether it's pain, and stress and anxiety manifest a lot of times in pain. So when you're able to remove those out of the equation, people start sleeping better and they start feeling better, and in turn their quality of life improves. So that's pretty much, I love CBD. I'm a big advocate, obviously. And I'm excited for, some of our viewers here to give it a try, because it can be completely life-changing.
See, and that was one of the reasons why I asked, because it is, I feel this is the C part and the dice, the cultural phenomenon. I think, originally CBD was seen as kind of had that negative tie to it. And like here's, my cousin Cindy said, Rafael tried. And I think more and more people are looking at it as a viable option, where probably 5 years ago, I would have never even imagined looking at it as a potential remedy. I would have, because I wasn't using the Advil. I stayed away from Advil. I try to stay away from medications because I'm worried about the side effects. So this was a long time coming, and this was a big leap of faith on my part. But I feel that this is a cultural phenomenon that more and more people, and people you don't expect, I think are using it. And is CBD for everybody? I don't know, but I do think that there are a lot of people out there that may have exhausted a lot of options as far as what could possibly help me. And I felt I was at that point. I didn't want to continuously pop, 3 or 4 Advil before I go to bed because of the potential negative effects that Advil could have on the rest of the body. So, that was one of the reasons why I asked you to come on and we kind of go through this journey, because you really introduced me, even though my father had been talking about it for a long time, you really introduced me to the idea, hey, give this a try. You keep talking about all these things, go ahead and give it a try and see where it takes you. And I can say, at least for me, it's yielded some positive results. I will also say this, before I even started anything, I did send an email to my doctor and kind of asked his thoughts. And he said, haven't really had a lot of experimentation with it. All I know is that people that try it, they talk about all the good things that they get from it. So that was really the extent of the conversation. So yes, so are you able to share the company that you go through? Yes, we're going to have an opportunity, and I'm going to put up some information, not specifically about the company, but another broadcast, because we are getting close to the hour mark. So Joel, we are going to give you an opportunity to find out a little bit more about it. So I just want to jump over to this little piece right here. If you are interested in attending a live event, just to find a little bit more about the company Jenny is referring to, and also just finding out a little bit more about, is CBD a good fit for you? You can reach out to my wife. She can be reached at St. Augustine CBD at gmail.com.